So the Wuthering Waves version 2.0 update is finally here, and I finally had my little go at playing the update, and honestly it's absolutely amazing. Now obviously a lot of people were very skeptical on whether Wuthering Waves could deliver, especially with a lot of the kind of mistakes they've had in the past. Whenever it got released, there was a lot of kind of bug fixes and everything like that which had to happen, but so far I've had zero issues, and I just wanted to make this video to kind of give my overall thoughts on what Wuthering Waves 2.0 is like, and also showing off some of the other content creators in the space overall thoughts on version 2.0 at the moment is. Now obviously I haven't gone through all the story yet, and I don't think anybody has really gotten through all the story yet, because there is an absolute ton. There is so much to explore, there is so much to actually go through, but I've played Act 1 of the story, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people have as well, which we're going to be going through throughout all of this video, and just kind of talking about my likes and dislikes of this update patch, and what they can maybe improve, and you know, what they're doing really well at. But before I get into this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you guys do enjoy it, and also go to GameStars, use my code Kazza where you can get yourself 10% off your 10 cups and tubs. I just recommend going over there, and yeah, let's get back into the video. So this first tweet obviously is from Fobmaster saying first day impressions of Wuthering Waves 2.0. Now if you don't know, Fobmaster plays a lot of gacha games, so if you're going to ask anybody about how good a gacha game is, Fobmaster is probably the person that you want to go to, and he says absolutely goated patch, music 10 out of 10, quality life 10 out of 10, exploration 10 out of 10. The new regions have such an amazing environment that are so different and diverse, with insane details in each one. Amazing first day in Rinascita, can't wait for tomorrow. And then Red New as well saying spoiler free first impressions, played about halfway past Act 1. Absolutely a marked improvement on almost every facet in a significant way. Rinascita is beautiful, vibrant, and full of life and depth. Now it keeps going on and on. Still, I think more story to do, but so far extremely impressed. So again, Red New was one of these people who didn't really like Wuthering Waves at the start, I'm pretty sure, and was more focused on like Xenosaga Zero, but now he's come back for Rinascita, and it seems like he's really enjoying this kind of game at the moment, which is good to see that Wuthering Waves is even turning some heads of a lot of people, not just Red New and like content creators, but even just players from like Hoyoverse and other places like that, who maybe had some kind of distaste for the game, and now seeing, oh wait, this game's actually really good. And obviously we got Gacha Smack as well saying Wuthering Waves 2.0 exceeded every single expectation I had in the first 7 hours of playing. I actually felt like I was playing the game for the first time again, which is a very difficult thing to achieve with gacha games, yet somehow they managed to do it. 10 out of 10 update for now, which again are some really good responses from some very important figures in the community. And now obviously I'm going to go into what I really enjoyed about it. So this is my like Wuthering Waves account at the moment. Now you can see I've only done Act 1, and I actually managed to pull Carlotta in 20 pulls, which is you know, I'm very happy about. If you see my Twitter, I'm going to be maining Carlotta. I don't really care. You can see if I zoom out a bit, animations and stuff look absolutely amazing, and it's so like unique from some of the other characters we've seen. And I think that is one of the like version 2.0 things where they succeeded is literally the character design on Carlotta, bro. Carlotta, it looks absolutely amazing, and I think they've really coped with bringing a lot of these new characters to the game. Now obviously, as you can probably see from a lot of this footage, the area of Rinascita looks amazing as well. Obviously it's not just the characters. The city of Regana, it looks absolutely massive, and obviously if I go to the actual map here, you can see I've only unlocked a small portion of it, you know. I haven't even been to any of these other regions yet. I've had a little look around some of this new bit, but again, all of it looks amazing, and obviously through some of the trailers that I've seen as well, I know some of the other regions do look very different, so it's going to be very exciting to actually go explore this and stuff. I played this all on stream, you know, we all had a really fun time. Now the story itself was actually really good. It had a really good setup for Act 1. I feel like we're going to get a good kind of period of stuff during Act 2 and Act 3, because again, it was just kind of the build up. We met Bran early on, and then we also did some other stuff. You know, we had our first little teaser of Carlotta and Frolova and some of the people like that, which really got me interested in the story. And it was one of the first stories, like, I'm trying not to like say too many spoilers or anything like that, but it's one of the first stories in gacha games that like have actually keeping me interested the entire way through, you know. Sometimes with some of the stories, there are these periods of time where the story is really good at one period, but in some other periods, the story is just like, oh, okay, can we just like skip through this? I don't really care about what's going on in this kind of sequence here, because they're just like yapping about something kind of unimportant. Whereas Wuthering Waves are actually talking about important things. Now maybe this changes in Act 2 or Act 3 or something like that, I don't know, but in Act 1 it seems to be pretty good, and the cutscenes seem to be pretty solid as well, although we haven't had too many. I've heard there is a really good one in Act 2, but hey, I guess I'll have to wait and see. Obviously all the echo interactions are great as well. Obviously if I can show you this one here, you can literally just put your character in a tub pup. Like that's insane. Like the overall echo interactability in this kind of new region is so much further than what we've seen in some of the previous regions. that is actually insane, bro. Like, as I said, you could do stuff like this with some of the echoes, which you wouldn't usually be able to do with in some of the other ones. You know, echoes are just like, well, I say echoes, sorry, like tacit discords. You just fight them, you know? You fight them in Jinjo, places like that. Whereas this, you can actually interact with them, hop in a little bath, and just kind of get walked around for a little bit. The same with the boats. And also, one other factor that I really liked, obviously if I get out here, one other factor that I liked was that you can actually fly. Flying was like really easily accessible. You literally go over to this island with the lighthouse over here and it gives it to you. You don't have to do any quests, you don't have to talk to anybody. You literally teleport there and it goes, here you go, here's fly. Now obviously I'm still getting like to grips with it and I need more stamina from just exploring the world. But like you can see here, it's very, very smooth. Now, yeah, again, I'm still kind of learning on how to actually get it right and everything like that. So hopefully I will learn it as I get a little bit more stamina too. But overall, it seems like it's going to be a very fun way to kind of traverse around the world. Because again, it's just a very big area. If I went to like this kind of new place over here, the area of like the rest of Rinascita, not just like the city of Regana, but the rest of it, like here, bro, this is going to be one of the areas where it's going to be really fun to use your glider. And you can see why they've added a glider here, because this place is absolutely massive. There's going to be so much exploring to do. There is so much content to do, like not only from the story apparently is about like hours long. Like I don't know how many exactly, but the Act 1 took me about an hour, but then apparently Act 2 is about 4 hours and Act 5 is like 5. So it's going to be a very, very long story that people can fully get invested to. And that's why you're probably not seeing very many people making content on the story right now. It's because they're still trying to get through it all, you know? People only have a certain amount of story that they can get through, you know? I can only sit through a certain amount of story too. So again, I've only played Act 1, but I definitely will just off stream and off video kind of go through it and see, you know, what else happens, because I'm super excited to see what happens, you know? They set up like a really good like starter for the kind of story, and also with a lot of the other stuff as well, including like the ascension materials for Carlotta. You don't have to actually play the story to do it. You can go straight down to the boss kind of section, and they give you limited early access to the Sentry construct. I fought this about 5 times now, and it was a little bit hard with Jinshi just because of the whole I'm pretty sure it's like kind of resistant to that stuff. But whenever I picked up Camellya and started fighting it, it was the most fun I've had with a boss in a little while. So again, I'm very glad that the bosses are fun to fight too, because let's be real, I know I've gone through a lot of this kind of stuff of like the in particulars that I've liked about this update, but most of it all together, you know, you add it all up and it's just a really good update overall, honestly. Like, I really believe that Wuthering Waves and Kuro games have actually cooked here, and as I said, there has been no bugs so far. Now obviously some bugs will come out as people kind of explore the area. This is a very, very big area to explore, so you know there's bound to be a couple of things, but so far in terms of story and everything like that, and you know there's no like really massive pressing issues. Well, you know, I think that's pretty good, and they've definitely improved. Now, obviously, if we go back to like the tweets and stuff, GachaSmack saying that, you know, it felt like it was his first time playing the game. It definitely felt like that to me as well, you know? It felt like a completely fresh start, which a lot of other games with region-based content hasn't really felt like. Obviously, it is a continuing story, but I would like it to feel like a completely new kind of experience, which I think Wuthering Waves have really exceeded at, as I said, with the echo interactions, with a lot of the characters and the style. Obviously, the story got very religious and stuff, which you haven't really seen in stuff like Jinjo and everything like that, and it seems like it's less kind of surrounded by just like one character or something like that, although, you know, it is hinting that Carlotta's going to be a big part, and, you know, Follover and stuff like that. So overall, I am very excited to see what kind of happens in the story, and I definitely will be playing it like straight after this video almost. I did just kind of want to keep you guys up to date with what was going on, because again, this has been a massive success for Wuthering Waves, and obviously I've got to document this massive success because, again, a lot of these creators have been enjoying it, and I'm sure there's many other creators that I haven't pulled up. These are just some of the first ones that I saw pop up on my feed, and again, they are still very credible and stuff like that. And hopefully we can see in the future with 2.1 and even more stuff that these updates and the story will get even better, because again, I feel like they can really cook with this now. And also there's a lot to do in this kind of period, you know, people complaining about these small patches and stuff like that where you had nothing to do in between. I feel like this patch for 2.0, you've got pretty much everything to do right up to the next patch, you know. Not only have we got new events coming out later in the month, but we've also got all of this area to explore, this really, really long story for people to go through, which again is super great. And I don't know if they're going to do this for the future versions, but at least for 2.0, this has really fixed that issue. So it will be interesting to see if that is something that they will fix in the future, because again, it does give people a lot to do. I've been overloaded with like everything, you know, I've got to build my characters, I've got to do the story, I've got to explore, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. There is so much to do that sometimes it becomes overwhelming, but honestly, I think that's great. I think that it means that, you know, they've made a good game that has a ton of stuff in it. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about version 2.0. Have you guys been enjoying it, or has it been a little bit like meh for you? Let me know down in the comments, because I want to know what your guys' opinions are, because most of it I've seen has been very positive, but maybe some of you guys have some gripes with, some of version 2.0's updates. But yeah, that's about all I got for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya!